Words appear. Whose Blind Life is it anyway? In association with Sterling Creations and VIP Tech Productions present Ask Donna. Donna Jodhan answers your questions and offers you tips and tricks on being an author, an expert, a sight loss coach, and an advocate. Ask Donna, the sight loss coach.
Greetings, everybody. It's Donna from the Ask Donna show, and I want to start by wishing and hoping that everybody is enjoying their day and having a good week thus far. And I'd like to thank my good friend Victor Govia for giving me another opportunity to be with you today. It's always fun for me to wear a different hat every week, and for this month I have already worn the advocacy hat or the advocate's hat, the author's hat, and today I'm going to wear the coach's hat. Right, so let's see what I have under my coach's hat for today. It's all about avoiding spills. And a lot of us who are blind or vision impaired often have difficulty avoiding spills. We need to develop various techniques to do this, and I'd like to give you some techniques for today. So here we go. When I try to avoid spills, I pour my liquids over the sink. So if it's from the kettle, I take the kettle in one hand, in my left hand, and I take my cup in my right hand, and I pour over the sink. I do the same if I'm doing it from a bottle. If I pour into a glass, I know it's kind of awkward pouring over the sink, but what I do is I listen carefully as the liquid goes into the glass or the cup. Same thing for things like gravy. What I do is from the pan or the pot, I pour it gently into the sink, and I can hear as it goes into the sink. But I need to make sure that my pan is properly positioned over the sink. So that is one way that I avoid my spills. Now, if I'm pouring pills from one bottle into another bottle, I pour it over a bowl so that I don't end up spilling it all over the counter. All right? And the bowl is a little bit deep, so I pour it over the bowl. And the third way, I remove, if it has to do with meat and gravy, I remove my pan gingerly from the oven, bring it over the sink, and then pour the gravy from the pan into the sink. Those are just 3 ways, and I'm sure that there are many more other ways to do it. And I'm going to leave it to you to let us know what some of these ways are. You can write to me at Ask Donna on my blind life at gmail.com. Again, it's Ask Donna on my blind life at gmail.com. AskDonna OnMyBlindlife at gmail.com. Okay. If you'd like to subscribe directly to receive my online newsletter, right now it's monthly. Hopefully one day soon it will become bi-monthly, because I'm receiving a lot of requests from people for me to produce 2 issues per month. It's a free issue. It contains not just technical news, but news on many, many other things. Lots of tips for you to read about and take advantage of, especially so for the kitchen, for keeping things clean, for keeping things safe, for keeping food fresh, things like that. All right? Go to www.donnajodhan.com/subscribe. That's DONNAJODHAN.com/subscribe. And if you'd like to read any of the issues, you can go to www.donnajodhan.com/TBLN. TBLN stands for the Blind Lifestyle Newsletter. Okay? So, if you'd like to know more about some of my coaching tips, you can also go to www.donnajodhan.com and visit my coaching tips. Now you can do that in many ways. You can go to the coach page, or you can go to www.donnajodhan.com/number, that's the number sign, news, NEWS. Okay? Bit confusing, but I hope you can figure it out. Right, we're up to the mental stretch for this week. And what are we stretching all about this week? Well, let's see. It's all about using one of our senses to have our mental stretch. The mental stretch. It's not just about physical stretches or other types of stretches. Let's go into the mental stretch. And for this week, we're going to use our sense of taste in our mental stretch. Well, I have some hints to tickle your taste buds, and hopefully it will help you to stretch mentally. How about this? The taste of lasagna. Hot lasagna fresh from the oven. The smell of cheese, but the taste of cheese as well. Lots of lasagna noodles, lots of ground beef, lots of flavors in it. Tomato-y flavors, all kinds of flavors. And what is this going to do to your mental stretch? Well, I think what it does, it helps you to become more comfortable. It helps you to say, hey, imagination, are you ready for some stimulation? Or it helps you to wake up your creative juices and say, time to spark them creative juices, or those creative juices. The sense of taste with a good plate of nice, hot lasagna, just waiting for you to taste it and enjoy it. How about hamburgers? Yeah, the taste of hamburgers on a nice, cool spring day is always something else to wake you up. Wake up your taste buds. Hamburgers. Sinking your teeth into a nice, juicy hamburger. Just think of the taste. Yum, yum, yum. Taste of hamburgers. How about chocolate bars? Nice, sweet, tantalizing, delicious. Well, what does all of this do for you? Trust me when I tell you, it wakes up your imagination. It stimulates your imagination and sparks your creative juices. Just think of it, SNS, stimulate and spark. This is what it all does for you. And you know what? Your mental psyche becomes clearer, it becomes sharper, it becomes ready to go. The sense of taste, use the sense of taste to wake up your mental psyche, to clarify it, to help it get going. Trust me when I tell you. Okay? Right. You can reach me by sending an email to me at askdonna on blindlife@gmail.com. That's askdonna on blindlife askdonna@gmail.com. There you go. Another week in the books, and I hope and pray that everyone has enjoyed this show. I want to thank you for listening in, and I want to thank my good friend Victor Guglia one more time. Take care, everybody. Have a great day and a great rest of the week, and see you next week.
Tune in every Wednesday mornings at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, 7:30 a.m. Pacific for Ask Donna on Whose Blind Life Is It Anyway?